The recent conviction of a Tijuana businessman on trade violations resulted in a 70-month prison sentence and fines totaling over $7 million. He was guilty of transshipping wire hangers.
If I say narcotics to somebody, they immediately get that. They know how important that is and how dangerous it is. But if I say wire hangers, or if I say anti-dumping laws, people might not have even heard of that. But what we're really talking about here is tens of millions of dollars, if not hundreds of millions of dollars, that are not being paid. And it really can affect American competitiveness, American jobs, and ultimately individuals' livelihoods.
The investigation began as a result of a filing with CBP's e-allegations program, an online trade violation reporting system available to the general public.
There are a variety of offices within CBP that assisted with this case. To start out with, the e-allegation itself is funneled to the Office of International Trade here at headquarters. An analyst will look at that and determine just on the surface if it appears to be credible and who we should assign that to. In this case, we assigned it to an international trade specialist working out of our Anti-Dumping National Targeting and Analysis Group, or NTAG, in Plantation, Florida. The international trade specialist there researched the case, used some of our systems, pulled past historical import information, and came up with a likely scenario how this could be occurring. They were also able to research where it was likely to be occurring and was able to focus in on the port of Otay Mesa. From there, the referral was made out to the port.
The e-allegation was received, and I assigned the case to a senior import specialist who immediately began investigating the particulars of the case. We, in turn, then requested the assistance of one of our partners in Homeland Security, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, and worked with an agent to identify the transshipment scheme. In this case, the claimed manufacturer of the hangers had developed a scheme to order hangers from manufacturers in China. He would then have those hangers brought in to the U.S. on an in-bond, claiming that he was exporting them to Mexico, which he then in turn did. He'd export them into Mexico. Those same exact hangers, usually in the same container, would come north, then being marked made in Mexico and claiming NAFTA treatment to avoid the dumping duties, which in this case amounted to 187%. Those duties are to protect the domestic industry. When anti-dumping isn't enforced and other foreign companies are able to bring their goods in at a much lower price, it harms the domestic industry and they aren't able to compete. Their prices aren't competitive, and especially in light of how much our economy is struggling. Enforcing anti-dumping is probably one of the most important aspects of our job. I believe that's what makes this case so significant, is despite all the obstacles, we work together with all of our partners within DHS, and we're able to bring this to successful prosecution with the aid of the U.S. Attorney's Office.